with the anthem of the Beasts of England. All right, just to make it clear, and not two countries, the Beasts of
Oh,
England
sorry.
and another country of your choice.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe maybe the national anthem of Vietnam will be good, so that you could understand the words better, and we can just translate.
Oh,
You can do that on Google Translate, right? In English.
yes,
Do you know
but
how to use Google Translate?
yes, but
Yeah,
the
you've been
Google
using it.
Translate made me have the zero marks in the slam.
Poetry?
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
my God.
really?
Yeah, when I check the Grammarly in the Google, and yes, and it's translate for me, so I copy and pay in my assignment, and yes, and maybe they told me don't like dishonestly in the assignment.
Yeah,
In
I
yeah,
told you that, Anne. I told you that if you copy and you paste the words from the
but yes,
directly,
but I do by my way. I don't copy anything on the words, but it's four line in the question four line first four line.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
you
yeah, that's
and for
right.
my
It's
assignment. Yes, not whole, not yeah.
yeah, I know. Even if it's the first four lines,
Yeah,
if you are going to copy, you put
just
it.
first for like, and the
Yeah,
thing what I feel sad because I feel like I try my best to do, but the Google Translate
yeah.
make me have the
Uh,
zero marks in the
uh,
assignment. Yeah.
did you did not let me check that? Did you let me check that? You just sent it directly in your Dropbox, because I
Yes,
did not see that.
and yes, and they take me the website on the to click to check my grammar in assignment, and
Uh-huh.
when I click into the website I feel surprised because all the first four line in my assignment is feel the same on the web.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't know why.
goodness. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Because that is the way it was translated. So they thought that you did a dishonest work and
Yes.
copied directly. Oh, I see. Now I understand. Did you explain that to them? Hi, Long. How are you? Long, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Why
Oh,
are you
teacher.
late?
Teacher. Because I was finding the files. Because late early today, my brother he came to my house and I think he messed up something on my computer. I cannot find my files. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I still haven't received anything from you.
Oh my god. Because I have to redo it again. Because I think he deleted it. Oh my god, what a serious joke.
I think there's a way that you can retrieve it.
No, I
You saved
mean
it?
he deleted the recycle bin.
Uh, he deleted the recycle bin? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just wanted to make a joke for me, but this is not this is not funny.
Oh my gosh. So you have nothing.
I have to I have to do it again.
All right.
Mm.
Anyway, Anne and I were discussing the assignment, and we were reviewing the Beast of England. So, what did you learn last last Saturday? What do you remember from last Saturday's lesson? about the Beast
Uh,
of England?
it's like a national anthem. No, it's actually
Uh-huh.
an anthem.
It's the national anthem of the animals, right?
Yeah.
And in poetic devices, what did they use?
They used metaphor, uh,
Metaphor, yeah.
repetition,
Repetition, correct.
rhymes,
Rhyme, yeah.
alliteration, alliteration,
Alliteration, correct.
siblings,
Similes
yeah, and imagery,
and imagery. Okay,
yeah,
very good.
imagery.
Yeah, also sibilance. Uh, Now, have you chosen a national anthem of a particular country? Do you compare the Beast of England with?
Uh, I think I would choose the Russia. Russia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can Google Translate, right? Because I'm sure, pretty sure that will be in Russian. Have you
Mhm.
tried it out?
Yeah, I did. I
Uh-huh.
think it's the animals anthem. If it's like it has a lot of idea when you compare to a like a
Uh-huh.
communist
That's what I
anthem.
suggested to Anne as well, to choose a national anthem of a communist country.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
it will
easy.
have a lot of ideas and it will have a lot of similarities like that. Okay. So, can you tell me briefly what the song of Russia is about? What the anthem of Russia is about? What the Can you tell me some lines or tell me the idea of the Russian anthem?
I have just read the lyrics and I didn't like kind of like analysis yet. So mm,
Can you send me the lyrics on the chat?
it's all in Russian.
Can you Google Translate?
It's actually Soviet Union, not.
Yeah, Soviet Union. In fact, Animal Farm is about Soviet Union then
Yeah.
in the 1940s after
Right.
World War II.
Uh, English lyrics. Yeah.
Did you find it?
Wait. 19. Oh yeah, I find it. Oh here.
Can you copy paste and send it in the
Okay.
chat?
Yeah, I've already sent you the lyrics on the chat box. You
Uh-huh.
check it.
Yeah, saw it. What is the title? Uh,
Uh, Wait. It's like the Soviet national anthem. That's it.
okay.
It
Can
has
you
like it has two version. Actually, it has two
already?
version.
Oh,
One the 1944 and 1977. There are
okay.
two version.
Oh, that's interesting. Can you send me the other version?
The first one I sent you is the 1977,
Uh-huh.
and oh wait, oh no, oh, and the second one is 1944. It starts from the 1944. Starts from
Yeah. Wow, this is interesting, huh?
yeah, United.
Our eyes saw the bright sun of freedom above, just like what we were talking about, right? The freedom.
Yeah,
And Stalin, our leader, they're praising the leader who apparently was a bad leader with faith in the people, inspired us to build up the land that we love. Wow. Long live our Soviet motherland, built by the people's mighty hand. Long live our people, united and free. strong in our friendship, tried by fire. Long may our crimson flag inspire, shining in glory for all men to see. We fought for the future, destroyed the invaders, and brought to our homeland the laurels of fame. Our glory will live in the memory of nations, and all generations will honor her name. Long live our Soviet what? Long
Mm,
live our Soviet MO. What's that?
wait, long live.
Motherland, I guess.
Motherland.
Long live our Soviet motherland, maybe.
Mm, that line?
The last line.
Yeah,
You can see the chat, right?
yeah, I can see the chat.
Long live our Soviet motherland. Is that it?
Yeah, I think it's been limited. Oh no,
Ah, okay.
but that's
Oh,
you.
this is nice.
You can share it on the internet.
Uh-huh. United forever in friendship and labor, our mighty republics will ever endure. The great Soviet Union will live through the ages, the dream of a people, their fortress secure. The first one is in 1977. Oh, this is so interesting. The 1977 is Lenin and the 1944 is Stalin. Wow,
Yeah.
you can use this definitely. Choose one, and then maybe we can share with uh maybe we can share this with Anne, the other one. Okay. So whatever you don't choose, we can share. Why are you scratching and scratching? What's wrong with you?
I think it's
Allergy?
yeah, swelling. I think
Yeah?
I got. I think I was allergic to like
You're so
seafood.
red.
Yeah.
Allergic to what? Did you
uh,
drink?
seafood, seafood.
Did you drink?
No, no, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Sure, pretty sure.
Okay. Seafood. What did you eat?
It's like lobster.
Didn't you know you're
Lobster.
allergic to that?
No, it's like the first time.
Can I see your face?
It's fine.
No, I just want to see your face.
Yeah, my face totally fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, you better drink something, antihistamine, because that can get in your throat and you might not be able to breathe normally. All right?
Okay.
Okay, and you're listening, but you don't have audio, right? And
No. Yeah. Why?
you're back. Okay. You know, Long has a translation of the anthem of the Soviet Union. Okay.
Oh
Now,
yes,
he has,
I just see it. Yeah.
yeah, okay. He has two translations. One is from the 1944 and one is from the 1977. What I'm asking Long is to choose one and you can have the other one so that you don't have any more difficulty. All right? Because this is a very good comparison. One is praising Lenin and one is praising Stalin. And that is exactly what the animal farm is about. Okay, so it will
Mm.
be easier for you. All right, so Long can choose one and you can have the other one. So we're good on that. It will help you a lot so that you don't have to
Okay.
research on
Okay.
the Vietnamese and that stuff. This is very easy to analyze and it compares to the beasts of England very well. All right, and
Yeah.
that's good. So You can talk among between Long and yourself, which one Long is going to choose, and you can have the other one. So no need to research on that, right? The Soviet Union's anthem. Okay, just want to help you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to share with you. We are going to take up the next chapter, and that would be chapter 7 to 8. We are almost running out of time. You're going to have your final exam soon. And here in this chapter is already the rebellion of the animals and starting to slaughter. What do you mean by slaughtering? Long.
Killing.
Killing. Correct. What do you mean by rebellion?
Fight against somebody.
Yes, fighting against somebody. That's right. Especially the authorities. That's a rebellion. All right. I want you to follow, listen, and follow with your eyes.
Chapter 7-8. Chapter 7. The Rebellion and Slaughtering of the Animals. Previous. Next. In Soviet Russia, populations suffered when harvests were poor as trade with other nations was intermittent, and the country lacked wealth with which to subsidize industries which were, in any case, owned by the state. In such times the country fell back on rhetoric with shows of weaponry as in the May Day parades in Moscow and in international athletic events which the leaders felt would instill pride in the country. On the farm, the windmill was to be rebuilt at double the strength, and under terrible conditions, recalling the hopelessness of many political enemies who were shipped to Siberia in Soviet-era times. Thousands of these prisoners died in the forced labor camps or gulags as they were called. On the farm, the worse conditions become, the more strident the calls for more labor to be spent on projects that do not produce life's basic necessities, such as the pride of a failing leader and a failed system. Make image full screen. The hens have their eggs taken away from them, leaving them no hopes of producing another flock, and they rebel by taking to the barn's rafters, but this minor rebellion is quelled when the pigs away the hens feed. A pile of timber that had been cut by Mr. Jones is put up for sale, indicating once again how desperately poor the times are on the farm. As always, the bad times are blamed on Snowball rather than the present leader taking responsibility for poor leadership. Every time Squealer mentions Snowball, the blame he attributes to his absent enemy is mixed with messages that incite fear in the gullible sheep and other obedient animals. While some animals try to defend Snowball, Squealer once again manipulates the truth to make Napoleon look like a hero, and Snowball, a heartless villain. Desperation deepens as do the lies, and in what has become a police state, Napoleon's dogs terrorize innocent animals, forcing them to admit to wrongdoings, and then killing them. Such practices do two things: they appear to solve the problem of guilt, and laying blame because the state requires a victim or a scapegoat to account for its own failures. Secondly, the violence intimidates those who witness it, making them even more willing to comply with the state's needs. The dogs, under Napoleon's orders and Squealer's encouragement, are the terrorists of our time, and instantly recognizable wherever innocent people are brutally mistreated or killed. This state, which had begun with the highest ideals, has sunk into the depths of repression and violence, and to some residents such as Boxer who naively believe everything they are told, the cart horse resolves not to question what is occurring, but merely to once again say, the solution, as I see it, is to work harder. Boxer is the ideal member of the proletariat, trusting, hardworking, undereducated, and entirely naive. And gullible Clover has similar opinions. There was no thought of rebellion or disobedience in her mind. She knew that, even as things were, they were far better off than they had been in the days of Jones. 1. 2. Chapter 8. Battle of the Windmill. Previous. Next. Make image full screen. In the next chapter, as in the past, the founding principles are changed to suit existing conditions. Now no animal shall kill any other animal without cause, and of course, It is simply a matter of which animal is determining the reason to have another put to death. Once again, Squealer produces data on production that are entirely false in order to maintain support of Napoleon. Napoleon is now almost entirely removed from the animals he should be serving. He is now called the father of all animals, terror of mankind, protector of the sheepfold, duckling's friend, and the like. He eats from the best dinner services. Opening parentheses, Crown Derby, closing parentheses, he eats alone, and he has dogs serve him. All of the old ideals about equality among animals have vanished. However, with this isolation comes fear of assassination or at least violence from other animals. Napoleon becomes more reclusive, more alienated, and Squealer's propaganda machine works to raise the leader to even greater heights, this time with Minimus creating a poem of praise. Napoleon's image appears everywhere to remind the public of his presence, and he now has a young pig taste his food before he does, along with dogs who are continuously on guard. Napoleon's deepening paranoia parallels the disintegration of the once utopian animal farm. Maria-12 is a hill with a memorial commemorating the Battle of Stalingrad. Make image full screen. The windmill is completed and named Napoleon Mill in the same way that Volgograd in Soviet times was renamed Stalingrad, and everything that the leader becomes involved in fails. When Napoleon thinks he has cleverly manipulated one farmer against the other in selling his lumber, and has asked for cash in the sale, he feels that he has been successful only to discover that the British pound notes he had been given had been forged by Wimper. 1. 2.
Okay. So rebellion and slaughtering of the animals. In chapter 7, what do you make of it? Long. What is the chapter about?
It's about like started so Russia started when like the conflict rises when harvest, I mean like farm.
There's conflict, definitely. And then what happens when there is conflict? In a place
The
where there is conflict, what happens?
country lack, the country will collapse.
Yeah, that's right. The place or the country will collapse. What in the meantime, what is trying to what is Squealer or what is the propaganda trying to show? Because there is already conflict. What is the propaganda trying to show?
Mm, mentioned snowball.
Yeah, the
And
Squealer is the one who gives the media representative, right? He's the spokesperson. What does he say when there is conflict and there is violence?
mm, the Sweden manipulates the truth.
He manipulates the news and he blames Snowball to take all the guilt and the fault. Meanwhile, Napoleon, the leader is very comfortable with his life. How does this chapter show the inequality that they are not treated equally by the state or by the farm? And you know,
Sorry, can you repeat the
how
question
how
again?
do you how is this chapter showing the inequality, that there is no equality among the animals? Did you get the question?
Mm,
Who has a very comfortable life in the animal farm now?
uh, admit to wrongdoing and then killing them.
uh, who has a very comfortable life, who is
Uh,
the leader,
Nap
Napoleon.
Napoleon dog.
Napoleon,
Yeah.
okay, Napoleon, because because there is conflict, there is violence, and he knows that the people are not what do you call it, are not satisfied with him. He now gets dogs to terrorize innocent animals, forcing them to admit to wrongdoings and then killing them. Why is this happening, Long? Why does Napoleon's dogs have to terrorize the other animals and sometimes kill them
Mm, I mean, just to solve the problem.
to solve the problem? Such practices do two things, okay? They appear to solve the problem of guilt and laying blame because of the state requires a victim or a scapegoat to account for its own failures. So every time there is something wrong with the state, they blame somebody. Okay? So even if they are the innocent animals who cannot speak up or who cannot defend themselves, they force them to admit to
Mm,
wrongdoing and then kill them. Second, what happens secondly? Long?
the violence intimidates those who witness. Mm,
Okay, the violence that the animals see, okay, they are intimidated, okay, they are threatened, like they are forced to say that they did not see anything, okay, they pretend that they did not see anything. Otherwise, what will happen to them if they become witness?
uh, comply with the state's needs.
They are what?
Wait, uh,
They are also mistreated and killed. All right,
oh,
do you do you know of any country doing that when Do you know of any country doing that when the the leader or when they are not following the government? Do you know? Have you
uh,
heard of that in your history or in the history of other countries? Like they are killed or they are put in prison.
is that like Nazi, like Germany, Nazi Germany,
Hmm. Very good. Like Germany, correct. That is like at the time of
Nazi, it's like a
the
Nazi,
Nazis. Yes, that's
Nazi.
right. Yeah, the time of Hitler. Yes, the especially the Jews that they put in prison and they kill. That's right. That is what happens when the leader is trying to hide something. Okay, so they repress. What do you mean by repression? When you repress your rights, what do you mean by that?
You will kind of like you will try to I don't know how to explain, but it's like it's the opposite of suppress.
Element of repress is to try to silence them or to try to deprive them of their freedom to speak out, to repress their freedom. Okay?
Okay.
And when this happens, what do you think is happening to the government? When there is violence and chaos, repression, and killing. What do you think is happening?
Um, Arguments.
There are arguments, or do you think this kind of government is going to succeed?
No.
No. Okay. So here in chapter 7, you are already having the inkling that this is going to, uh, this kind of government or this kind of state is going to fall down. All right. Now in chapter 8, Battle of the Windmill. Okay. What do you mean by paranoia? Can you explain that to me? Can you look for the meaning of that?
It's like paranoid. Like you are. It's just in your imaginary. Imaginary.
You are afraid, yeah, in your imagination. Okay? You are afraid of people might kill you, people might harm you, people might do things, bad things to you. Okay, so Napoleon, because he was enjoying a lot of things and the people are already going hungry and forced to do work, are laboring and very tired. Now there is the fear, so he isolates himself. He separates himself from the other animals. He eats alone, but before he eats, he lets another animal taste what he eats first because he is afraid that he might be poisoned. Okay? And with this isolation comes fear of assassination. What do you mean by assassination?
Uh, um, Killing with plans.
Okay, what is the difference between killing and assassination?
Assassination is like you intend it, like from conspirators,
Okay,
but
intended,
killing.
yeah. So it's murder. But what is the difference between murder and assassination? What kind of people are assassinated?
People who have authority in their hands,
People who,
who are authorities.
yes, that's right. People who have power in their hands, the authorities, they are the ones who are assassinated. That is the term you use for powerful people, the leaders of the land, not just murder, but assassination. So Napoleon, Napoleon becomes afraid of being assassinated. So he alienates himself. He separates himself from the other animals. Okay? And in the meantime, they try to make his image better and remind the public that he is strong, that he is after the welfare of the other animals, okay, and that he is a good leader. That is the propaganda. A propaganda is usually, we say, rumors or fake news. This is what they're trying to show so that the people will feel satisfied with the government, even if they are working very hard and they are going hungry, right? Finally, the windmill is completed and they named it Napoleon Windmill or Napoleon Mill. And the same way that in the Soviet Union, they changed the name to Stalingrad from Volgograd, because Stalingrad is the name of the leader at the time, Stalin. Okay, so that the people will feel that he has more power and that he is a good ruler. So they changed Volgograd to Stalingrad, the same way that the windmill was named Napoleon Mill. Again, this is the comparison. Take note of the many, many comparisons between the Soviet Union, the state of the Soviet Union, and the animal farm, because this is an allegory. We're talking about an allegory. What is an allegory again? Long? What kind of a story is an allegory?
It's like just like you try to criticize someone.
Mm-hmm. It's a symbolism. Yeah, the story symbolizes a particular person, a particular incident, or a particular nation that they cannot criticize directly because of fear, right? That's why they use symbolisms. In this case, the animal farm is symbolizing the state of the Soviet Union at that time. Now, here in this chapter, Napoleon is trying to sell his lumber and has asked for cash. He feels that he has been successful, but he finds out that the money is forged or is fake by Wimper. All right. So what do you think is happening to the animal farm? And can you answer that? In these two chapters, what are they trying to show? Can you tell me what they are trying to show in these two chapters, chapter 7 and chapter 8? Very similar. No. Can you fill in? What is the main idea of chapter 7 and chapter 8?
I think like when a government like they don't know what to do,
Mhm.
and if a conflict rises,
Why
and
do you think there is a conflict? Why do you think conflict is rising here?
because it came from like for example something bad happened, and
Yeah,
and in this case because of the harvest for poor,
yeah,
and some of the government's decisions weren't supported by the villagers. So yeah.
yeah. And what do you
Yes.
think? What do you think is the cause of conflict in a government or in the farm in the story? Conflict meaning we talk about conflict in the plot. What do you think is the cause of the conflict here between the people and the leader?
Um,
Okay, let us take a small family. For example, there is a father and there is a family where he has a family, and the father the father is very strict, and he does not give any freedom to the wife or to the children. All right, and he is very violent. So if the children does not follow him, he beats them up. Okay, and he punishes them. So what do you think will happen if this continues? The father trying to control the family, the children, and forcing the children to obey him, whether he is right or he is wrong, and the children uh, are beaten up or hurt or the father becomes violent, what do you think will happen to the family?
I think it's the conflict will happen.
Yes,
In the last,
definitely.
the father will
Sorry, what?
the father still be strength in the house.
Yes, okay.
Yes, nothing changes.
Okay, so maybe the children will think of ways, okay, to try to get back to the father, okay, and they will feel very, very angry towards the father, correct? And this is exactly what is happening in the animal farm because they are forced to work very hard. And even when they are forced to work very hard, they are given very little food, they are given very little rest, very little sleep. Then, of course, the other animals will be very, very dissatisfied. And inside them, they will become very angry. And if this happens, what do you think will they think of? Long.
Rebellion, revolution, um,
Revolution.
yeah,
Correct.
revolution
What is a revolution?
to fight against the government, especially government.
Yes, to fight against the government, to rise up against the government because they are not satisfied with the way the leader is uh, handling or running the state, the farm. Correct. Who is Boxer? Who do you think is Boxer? I will go back to the chapter. Who is Boxer? Because in
Hmm.
chapter 9, he dies.
It's like I think that's like people have authority in their hands, right? He must be a very important character in.
Yeah, he is an important character in the sense that he is dumb. Okay, he obeys blindly, blindly obeys because Boxer. What do you mean by naive? That he does not know anything. He believes everything they are told. Okay, and he does not question what is happening. And he says the solution, as I see it, is to work harder. Boxer is the ideal member of the proletariat. He is trusting, hardworking, here, undereducated, and entirely naive. What do you mean by naive? What is the meaning of naive?
Hmm, wait, let me search on Google. Wait, uh,
Stupid.
Yeah, and gullible. In other words, oh, that's a strong word, stupid. Yeah, innocent,
Idiot.
actually. Yeah, gullible. What does gullible mean?
Like everybody tell anything. I will trust him. Trust us.
Yeah, correct. Believes anything and everything that anybody says. Correct. Very good. And so Clover has similar opinions. Okay, he does not think of rebellion or disobedience in her mind. She knows that everything they were better off than they had been. That even if as things were, they are far better off than they had been in the days of Jones. He says, "Oh, we still have a good life because we do not anymore have a bad person. We do not have a human being controlling us. We are being led by an animal, and he is a good animal. Is it true? Is what Boxer and Clover believe true? Long?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true that
Oh,
they are being that they have a better life now.
no, no, no. You don't believe it. Mm.
Do they believe that? They believe that, but is it true? And that they have a better life now than the time when they were being handled by a human being, Mr. Jones, the farmer. And what do you think? That's my final question for today. Do you think it's true? As the things were going about, is it a better life for the animals now? And do they have a better life now than the time of Mr. Jones?
Mm,
What do you think?
I think no.
Definitely
Because
not. Yeah. Why?
because when they're in human beings, when they are being controlled or being influenced by human beings,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really have a like a harsh life.
Mm-hmm.
They just labor, but not that like not to like being exhausted. But
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, when they are being influenced by animals, they at
Uh-huh.
first
Uh-huh.
everything went fine, but
Uh-huh.
times went by. There are probably a lot of problems that need to be solved, but it is nothing was solved, and I think it ended in violence.
Yeah, that's true. And you should, in reference to your homework, you try to mention that, Anne and Long, that the life did not get better when it was an animal that was ruling them than when it was a human being. Because you part of your homework is to make an analysis of the animal farm, right? So you can take that you can note that down that life did not become better for the animals. In fact, it became worse. Before they worked, but they had enough food. Now they are working more than before, but still they are going very hungry. All right? Take
All
note of
right.
that. That you will include that in your analysis. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson for today. I'll see you on Saturday for the last chapters of Animal Farm. All right. And
All
if you
right.
will have the time, please submit your assignments before you put them in the Dropbox, especially the ones that you have not finished yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Long
Yeah.
and Ann, yes.
All right.
And
Yes.
in this week before Saturday, I hope. And final exams is coming very near, so we need to finish this out. All right.
All
Okay. So
right.
I'll see you both on Saturday.
Bye, Miss.
Yes. Bye. Have a good
Bye.
week.